Alright, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to use heat shrink to make Matchbox or Hot Wheels into more of a realistic rubber tired tire. So this will expand the outer proportion of the wheel. It will become a little larger by 2 treads at least. You can alternatively use something like a cold straw or another piece of aluminum cut down to the width that you would desire to capture the rim, and then sand or cut off the outer portion of this plastic tire. It is a lot more in depth, and I'll do a video on that much later on. But for now, we're just going to tread these tires as though we were making slicks. We drop our lighter. You should probably clear your workspace before you get too far ahead of yourselves. What you're going to want to do is rotate this tire, and you see these two edges here that are sort of creased. You're going to want to start with those. Come down slowly so that you can see that it's working and becoming rounded, and then go to the other side and get that, and then go all the way around it and try to keep it equal distance so that it's even on the heat application. You'll see it start to draw up around the tire. When you've got it just about even, let it cool somewhat. What you'll end up with will look about like that. Now you can wrap this twice. This case you may not need to, but it wouldn't hurt. It just makes it a little taller. Next up, we need to go to the other side and apply this one. So it's basically the same thing. Mind you, these may not come out absolutely perfect, but they will look a lot more like a real tire. You may still be able to jog it around a little bit after you get it first applied. But again, the straighter your cut is and the straighter that you put it on the tire in the first place when you go to melt it, or shrink it rather, because you don't want to melt it, the better off it'll all look when you're done. You don't want to get this lighter too close to the plastic tire itself. It will melt that eventually, but you don't need to be there too long to make this heat shrink work. When you get done, that's about what it looks like. Alright, so here's the finished product. I've got both sides done. The second one came out much better. It was my first cut. I didn't mess it up as much. They look decent on the outside here. They roll really well, considering you're just using a couple dollars worth of heat shrink. And here's the other side. But they roll straight. I think they look decent. If you wanted, you could go ahead and try to cut a tread pattern in it. You may go ahead and just cut a tread out of this instead. and lay it around that. That would be a lot more in-depth process. I mostly use this for things like drift tires and race car tires and drag radials. Things like this. Instead of spending a few bucks that I don't have and would rather spend on another car to swap wheels on, like this one, I had a couple cars that I'd already swapped with that I'd wanted this right here. So it was this car that I'd swapped first. And this was going to happen. This was a byproduct because I had the spare tires and saw it one day. If I didn't have those, I would just go with this route here and put these on. And I wouldn't have to go and use this burr to clear the area or anything. But I still don't mind to do that to get these on that car. I like that a lot. Again, if you don't have it, you can always just use a pair of scissors, a few dollars in heat shrink, a Bic lighter, and parental supervision. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you'd like to see next. Have a great day, y'all.